Greetings, viewers. Today we are diving into the origin of one of the most enigmatic and formidable villains in the Marvel Universe. Yes, I'm talking about Kang the Conqueror. Kang is a time traveling warlord who has plagued the heroes of Marvel Universe for decades. His mystery of time travel has allowed him to conquer countless eras, and his intelligence is unmatched. But where did he come from? What is his motivation? Kang's true identity and everything. I'm going to tell you detail about the Kang the Conqueror's origin through the comics, and also I will give you my personal theory about the King and its relationship with the Ravonna Ranslayer judge, which we are also confused still that what is going to happen in Loki season 2 episode 4 or 5 or further episodes are in future Marvel universe. So guys, let's see what's the relationship between Kang and Ravonna Ranslayer in comics. So guys, if you are watching this video first time, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Guys, it's takes so much hard work to make these kind of videos, so please just I request you to just subscribe the button, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. So guys, Kang's origin is a tale of ambition, power and corrupting influence of time travel. He's a complex and fascinating villain who is sure to continue to challenge the heroes of the Marvel universe for the years to come. So let's dive into the comic book and read his story of origin. Kang is the master of time traveler. Really born on Earth 6311 in the Earth 30th century, Nathaniel Richards, who would later become known as Kang the Conqueror, discovered the part of a time machine left by his namesake and ancestor from Earth 616. A man who brought peace to the younger Nathaniel's world as the benefactor. Prior to this discovery, Nathaniel studied robotics and cross-dimensional recordings from Earth 616. Brought to his reality by said benefactor, learning all he could, the naturally astute Kang sought the means to become an overlord of the time-space continuum. Despite having no natural superpowers, Kang has an indomitable will and supergenian level intelligence. He learned how to use benefactor's time device and become an expert in his future's advanced technology, creating battle armor that endued him with what seemed like superhuman abilities. His armor enabled him to project radioactivity against anyone who opposed him, including those with actual superpowers. Also, thanks to being immune to the radiation's effect, like others from his native era, his edges much slower and expertise in his strategy also helped him become a warlord, as did his unarmed and armed combat skills. Often ahead of his time, Kang and his many divergent duplicates that he created through time travel paradox could actually be located anywhere across the multiverse. Bored of his world's peacetime, Kang originally used the time device to travel to Earth 616 ancient Egypt, where he became the Ramatut. That was his first taste of power, but he was defeated by the time-traveling Fantastic Four, a young Apocalypse, the Moon, God Khonshu, and modern-era heroes Doctor Strange and the Avengers. This conflict forced Ramatut to flee his time machine, but a time storm diverted him to the modern era, where he rescued a space-lost Doctor Doom. Inspired by the Doom's visage, he created the armored identity Scarlet Centurion, but later abandoned it after losing to the Avengers in another timeline, Earth 689, in one of his various attempts to rule that world. So what are his motives? World domination, of course, but when it comes to Kang Prime, love is a deep motivator too. After abandoning this, Scarlet Centurion identity, Nathaniel tried to return to his native time, but ended up Earth 6311's 14th century when the world was decimated by war. While there, he assumed the moniker Kang the Conqueror and become a warlord replete with an army. Although he did spare the kingdom of Cerilius for Kang's daughter's hand in marriage, Prince Ravonna Ranslayer, but she was largely unimpressed with Kang's victories and, despite his show of mercy, refused his proposal. Down the line, Ravonna realized her love for Kang and saved his life from a betrayed commander within his rank, putting her in a kind of status. Kang eventually found the means to save her prior to her death, but in doing so created a divergent reality where Kang perished instead. peering into time. He also discovered that his exploration had caused additional divergent realities and more Kangs with which to contented exhibit. The origin organized, which is now today we know as Council of Kings, in also Avengers comic book 1963, and we have seen in Ant-Man Vast Quantumania. But more Kangs, how many Kangs we talking? Countless Kangs, since Kang is a being of infinite possibilities. Let's count them out. There is the first Kang from Earth, other Earth, we will call him Kang Prime. There is his far future self, the all-knowing Immortus, who become obsessed with Avengers after the Timekeepers directed him to destroy Earth's mightiest heroes. The brilliant inventor and industrialist Victor Timely, which we are now seeing in Loki season 2, was a convenient identity that Kang Prime used in 1901 to plot his conquest of Earth 616. From Timely, while there he built a technology manufacturing business that spanned generations thanks to the Kang posing as his sons Victor Timely Jr. and Victor Timely III. Then after Council of Kings destroyed each other, the Council of Cross-Time Kangs came along and invited Kang Prime to join. We also can't forget his younger self, who joined the Young Avengers as Iron Lad and attempted to stop his older variant from becoming Kang the Conqueror, which wasn't the last time someone tried such a feat. The android vision kidnapped Kang's even younger self, Baby Kang, and placed the infant in another time to end the danger he posed. Guys, let's now talk about the King Conquerors, the relationship between Renslayer. So, in Loki season 2 episode 3 finally brought in characters that Marvel fans have been waiting to see. Ravonna Ranslayer, Miss Minutes, and Victor Timely lived up 1893 its title by taking us into the late 19th century, where Miss Minutes instructed Ravonna on a bit of time loop casualties. Ravonna and Miss Minutes started him on the path to being obsessed with time and possibly the path to becoming Kang the Conqueror. However, there was a big twist when Victor found himself in the midst of a love triangle between Kang, Ravonna, and Miss Minutes. Ravonna and Victor's love dalliance was brief, as Ravonna's suggestion of partnership made Victor reject her entirely. However, Loki's trip to the future revealed that Ravonna's connection to Victor Kang runs much deeper. So what did Kang say to Ravonna in the recording that Loki heard in episode 1? In the recording that Loki first heard, Kang not only expressed his affection, he dropped a brush stroke of the entire history of Ravonna's role in the multiversal war. Ravonna Ranslayer, you are quite a marvel. I will be proud to lead you with you, Kang is heard saying. You made a difference in this war. Thank you for being on my team. This recording suggests that Ravonna Ranslayer fought alongside the King Conqueror in the multiversal war, and not only was she a participant, but she was also a major figure within Kang's rank. Obviously, the King the Conqueror was so impressed with what Ravonna did in the war that it led to deeper feelings of affection and even love. However, as we saw in the Loki season 2 episode 3, there is some deeper part of Kang or Victor Timely that doesn't allow him to share himself as an equal with anyone, not even a woman he clearly cares for. Timely ditching Ravonna and the fact that he remains wiped her memory and installed her as a bureaucrat at the TVA, proved that Ravonna eventually changes from an assist to the nonsense for Kang, and he betrays her. Or maybe the Kang and Ravonna have a nexus style cycle of love and betrayal in whatever timeline or fashion they meet in. That latter idea is very much in keeping with Marvel Comics history, in which Ravonna has several variants related to Kang, including Terminatrix, her timing hooping warrior persona bent on destroying Kang, and a princess whom Kang tried to seduce but ended up causing her death instead. Loki could be leading us to that same complicated path of life as love choices. So guys, if you liked my theory about the King the Conqueror and the relationship between Ravonna and Slayer, so please press the bell icon and subscribe my channel. And guys, it takes too much hard work to make these kind of videos and gather the information for you. So please just subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and don't forget to like my video and share. Thank you.